Hello and welcome again to another edition of the 12 Days of Crop Insurance. I am your host, Ben Spirk with Jones Bank. Today we're going to talk about margin protection, which is one of the coverage endorsement options you can get with a multi-peril crop insurance policy. So when we talk about margin protection, one of the things we always want to discuss with these is the couple of options that come with this type of policy. So with margin protection, there's two different options. You can have regular margin protection or you can have the harvest price option margin protection. The difference between these two is with the harvest price option, should that harvest price be higher than the projected price, it actually will use the harvest price. It'll go back and it recalculates your trigger margin based on the harvest price rather than the projected price. If the harvest price is lower than the projected price, then it just stays the same as when it was initially set up in the spring. From there, there's a few things to always remember with this type of a policy. It does take into consideration your input costs such as fertilizer, gas, and any other input costs, which would include like seed costs and whatnot. It does boil it down to a per acre cost when it does the figuring. But the most important thing to remember with margin protection is that the yield that is used in determining what the expected revenue is going to be versus what the actual revenue is not your own yields, but in fact it is the county level yields. Okay, so this would be like your county T yields, for example. Basically what we're saying is that you yourself might suffer a loss. However, because this policy and these programs use a county level yield, if the county doesn't suffer a loss, you don't get to use your own yields. You still have to use the county yield. So that's really the biggest thing to remember when we talk about margin protection. If you're interested in something like that, certainly give us a call and we'd love to help you out here at Jones Bank. So thank you for joining us again on another edition of our 12 Days of Crop Insurance today, where we discuss margin protection. As always, I'm your host, Ben Spirk with Jones Bank, reminding you to be well, live well, and insure well.